Alright, so in this video we're gonna go through the polygroups. And polygroups is a very special way to use here inside Unreal, because when we have our triangles, let's say I have my cylinder here, and I want to move one triangle. What I will usually do is just select, go to transform, tree edit. So you go to the tree edit and you will just move one of them individually, and you know that's a pain and you don't want to do that. So that's why we have the polygroups. The polygroups is a way for us to group polygons based on what we select, and we have different ways of selection. And once we have the polygroup, we will be able to move that polygroup and do all the operations with it. So if you click here, start the polygroups tool, you can see I can create polygroups based on some parameters. This is face the normal deviation, and I can also use from UV islands. So if I check my UVs, I have here, let's open this one. I have different UV islands for the top and the main body of the cylinder. This is why I have different polygroups here, and this is very useful. But sometimes you just want to use the angle. Just maybe put something like 45, and there you go. So basically, if the angle is like less than 45, then it will create a polygroup for those. So let's say you click accept and you got your polygroups. The other thing you can do is basically, once you have the polygroups, you can poly edit. So you can click this and you can move it. And right now you don't see much difference because it's a very simple mesh. But let's go to this one that we created in the last video. So what I will do is, if you go to UVs, let's auto unwrap. Okay, let it compute. Okay, so let's say I have my unwrapping here, and if I click polygroups, go from UV island, I can have some polygroups here just for demonstration purposes. So instead of going here on triangles and triangle edit and move them around, which is very annoying because we have a lot, we can go into polygroups and we can go to the polygroup edit, and you can see I have all these polygroups based on my UV island. So if I want to modify this part, I can just move it here. I can scale it down, move it, rotate it, any kind of operation you want, and it will actually have a very smooth transition. So you can play with the results and it can turn out very nicely. So just let's click accept, and you can see some parts here, like you can change the gizmo from object or from geometry based on the normals of this mesh. Right, you can have a lot of operations. For example, we can extrude, and we can drag the mouse and then click OK, and then we can have an extrusion. We can also inset. This is not a very good operation to have when we have so many triangles. Let's go back there. You can delete also. You can delete faces. Alright, you can recalculate the normals for this one. You can flip the normal mass. You can re-triangulate. And yeah, basically that's the operations you can do. You can move, you can extrude, you can inset. For example, if I create my box here, I can go to my polygroups, poly edit. Here I can go to inset, can have some insets here, and then I go to extrude. I can have a negative extrusion here, and I can have my box with extrusion. Very cool stuff. So the Polydeform, this is actually a little bit different. This is basically how it's kind of like a sculpting or moving. So you will move your polygons and it will have a really smooth transition between the polygroups. So you can see I can just move my tools around, and based on my polygroups they will have a smooth transition. So if I go here and I go to Polydeform, I can also just move it. You can see the transition can be different. For example, linear transition, you will have a different result, and you can translate or rotate. Maybe you want to rotate here. So it's just basically move operations. On the next tab, we have our edge insert and our loop insert. Let's start with our loop insert. So here, I'm just gonna go to this one, and let's check how we can insert the loop here. So we just need to click on the loop insert and click on any area we want to insert the loop. So let's say we want it here and here, and let's go. And then I can go to my select. I can select these triangles. For example, I want these ones, and I can create a polygroup out of this. So I will select these two too, and if I hit shift I will deselect. So just click here and click here, and I have my new polygroups, and I will go here and create polygroup. And when I go here to my poly edit, you will see I have my polygroups here. So I can click on this one, click on this one, and then click extrude, and I can have an extrusion here. All right, very cool stuff. So if I go to my edge insert, I just need to click on where I want to insert my edge. For example, here, go connect here, and then click on this one. Notice that you need to click again, otherwise I will start in a new position, and it will snap to the vertex, so don't need to worry about precision. Very cool stuff. So once you have this, you can go to your polygroups and maybe check by normal. You can have new polygroups, go to the poly edit and just move it, move them around, just play with them, see what you can do. And then say you want to have an inset here, and then you want to extrude it out, and then you want to scale it. Very cool stuff. So this is the Polygroups tab, and super useful. You can model a lot of things here, and it's a very handy tool for Unreal. So if you like this video, you can share it with your friends, give a like button, subscribe to check more videos like this. Let us know in the comments what kind of video you want to see, and if you need some help, check the links in the description to get some help in your game development journey, and I'll see you in the next one.